There are people who ask questions. There are people who answer them. There are people who answer a question based on the question that comes to them. And there are people who live in the question. Now, among the space, which is rarity of a kind, because if you see a space, you can't detect any physical object in that. That's why it is called a space. Now, to add or to create a density or a dimension or an area or a mass or a potency or an electric charge is not an easy job. It will take quite a mighty one to do that. Unless you want to talk about something, which is coming from the air and it is not directed to anything, but if you want to have a well-directed question, it will require a fair amount of capitalization of all these things that I talked about. For example, density, the area, the contour, the weight, the mass, etc. Now, who are those people who are ready to answer? These are the people who can quickly understand and interact. Technically they can interact weight to weight, mass to mass, area to area, contour to contour, dimension to dimension. So, for example, suppose there is a question like y is equal to 2x plus 2. Okay, so will this line pass through 0, 0 is the question. So it is one of those simple mass to mass, area to area, contour to contour, weight to weight response. But there are bound to be questions that are asked because the mind of the questioner carries a certain space, undefined dimension, carries a certain space which is uncommon with anybody else. So that means we will have to give an invitation to the answerer. Come and share my space. Come and empathize with me. See what my home is. See what my nest of thinking is. And then we can talk about it. Then there are people who have their own questions. They are not stimulated by an external query. They live in questions by themselves. These are the people who primarily will need to answer these questions by themselves. Because remember what I said. Those people who live in their space will have to invite others to their homes and help them get acclimatized to how you live your life. What is the culture of the home? So now you are playing the opposite role. When you live in a question, it is you primarily who will answer them. Right? So bear in the mind, this transportation, this operation, this physical constraint, when you are going through the exchange of questions,